Magic Immunity instantly off, so.
But we saw the Jugger coming, so Secret, they have to be prepared for this as well.
And they've got Warcry. Like, Sven can be pretty good versus Sir. You do see, you know, the armor is great, but there's going to be Maelstrom that comes up for the Jug. And now it's 100% like Maelstrom build because you're going to be playing into Guardian Angel. There's a buffed up Sven.
It's like a traditional counter to Mag Jug. It's like you either have Wyvern for the Cold Embrace and the Winter's Curse, or you just have Guardian Angel on the Omni Knight. Just mitigate the physical damage, pop that ult with Neo, and then
get one, of course, but it could be
it's enough in the RP.
It's enough in the RP for the single target, and that's what they're going to go for. They're going to just go straight for the Sven a lot of times. So
get a creep in there too. Maybe if an inch has the creep plus the inch, that's now 2. You're looking good.
Yeah, that could be.
But at least Secret, they have the counter. I think the main fear for Secret, even though Omni's a pretty speedy boy, he can be potentially threatened in laning phase, and deaths could occur there. But overall, yeah, they have some responses now.
I wonder if they go for something like an Invoker or Team Liquid. The Quasquack's super valuable for Dispels.
Yeah, that's true. No, yeah.
It's actually really, really good versus both Sven and Omni. Now you remove Warcry, you move Guardian Angel inside the midst of the fights. Also, just EMP versus these tanky strength heroes is super valuable. And Alacrity for Jug. It's all going to be about buffing up. So I think it's a possibility, but we haven't seen Sumail played in some time, I don't think.
The question for Secret, they have the first pick coming out of the ban phase, and it's what do they need? Because they have immense amount of physical damage with Sven when he gets items. They have an immense amount of magic damage with Willow and Snap. So it's not as if they're like needing to kind of fix anything in their draft. If anything, I'd say cheap wave clear is the key thing for them to be able to continuously take fights.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of aligned to like maybe like a Kunkka, in my opinion. Just connect the team fight right now because they just lack a little bit of that something to glue everyone into the same position and force a fight.
I mean, it's a Nisha special.
Exactly.
That's for sure. And it does give you the Rum. Rum buff is always going to be nice versus that RP and everything too.
They're going to ban the Storm.
All right. Okay.
Which, again, like both teams, they lack clean disable because you have roots from Willow, you have a cookie, and then a Sven stun. That's basically Secret team fight.
Wind Ranger at your service.
And they just go,
Wind Ranger!
Oh, wow. Well, in that case, I mentioned the lack of stun. That's what enables Windrunner, right? No tower damage and no stuns gives Windrunner a free game because she doesn't really pressure objectives and she doesn't really pressure the map too much. So she's more of an AFK style hero until she has farm. But okay. That's fair.
But you're also into the Dispel. Like Windrun. We can be dispelled by an Enchantress. Can be very, very annoying. Also, now it's 2 heroes. Like if you do get the Soulbind on Windrunner, as well as like a Sven or something, it's got to be pretty devastating. That's an interesting pick.
That's the main thing here. It gives Liquid a window of the game to utilize Enchantress to mitigate what Secret has.
Yeah.
This Dispel will destroy in the pickoffs. But when BKBs come into play and the mid-game fights come in, this Ent will just be a tanky hero running around. This Dispel is now out of the window, and Windrunner will be able to execute whoever she goes on.
That's very true.
BKB +1. So yeah, it does. Secret are just playing a lot more patient game. They'll have to farm up, and then they'll scale to a happier point, like unlike the last game where they were always looking like they were on the clock forcing the play. Like they're not forcing anything right now because eventually Sven Windrunner will be the biggest in this game.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, BKBs will be. I mean, that's going to be a big timing. Like it's all. Sven is usually built around like you get you get the speed of your items. You get this BKB +1 item faster than the other core. So yeah, Wind Ranger definitely work out there nicely. And they're just going to go for a safe
casual DK.
Casual DK. No funny business.
Run of the mill.
Going to be able to farm in the mid lane very nicely versus Wind Ranger, and it's a hard lockdown. Yeah. And they do have the Grimstroke. There's a lot of times when I don't really like when people just like you double down too much on the Grimstroke combos where it's like you need to get the Doom. This is just a soft commit. You know, it's a Dragon Tail double stuns, gonna be really potent. And now they can actually set a fast tempo on Liquid too. It's got greed with the Magnus to scale, but it's also got a good group up mentality with DK Jug.
Yeah, Secret, I mentioned that they lack wave clear. This Windrunner pick doesn't really help that too much. And now when Liquid, they kind of double down on map pressure with DK, they can easily start pressuring these objectives. Secret are gonna have to kind of quickly recover the map and then try and take the fight. So yeah, Liquid gave themselves a nice window to play around to punish what Windrunner and Sven need in the game to get online. And it's kind of like the script is kind of flipped now. Because in game 1, Secret was a team that needed to make the moves and they're going to have issues playing later. But now it's kind of the opposite. Secret, the one, they'll happily play Sir. They'll play for the late game. And it's on Liquid to ramp up that tempo and stop Windrunner from getting to the point where she can 1v9 with 3 or 4 items.
The way you guys are talking, though, I'm getting the feeling that you both are favoring Team Liquid's draft in this one.
Not as much as the last game, but still favoring them a little bit. Maybe like 60, maybe 55, 45, 60, 40. Very slight, to be honest.
That's what I was leaning to.
Well, that is
it's all about the Windrunner. Because, you know, Windrunner, they can pop off or they can do literally nothing. Yep. So, it's basically just
no pressure.
No pressure at all. You either do something all you're doing wins.
All right, well, let's find out if Nisha can carry his team to victory then here in game 2. We're heading over to a commentary duo of Kat and Kyle.
Prepare for battle.
You know, Kyle, not to expose you or anything, but after that game 1, took off the headsets and you said, of course we're going to see a game 3. It's Liquid.
Stop jungling.
And I was like, wait, let me look through the history. And yeah, of Season 2 and Season 1, there has only been one 3-game series where Liquid lost the first game and won the second game. Every other series has gone 3 games, which is a lot of them, by the way. They have won game 1 and then lost game 2, and then it's a toss-up from there.
Yep. They can't win game 2s, Cap. That's just how it is.
So, the only times they outside of that one OG instance in Season 1, yeah, they've 2-0'd Hellbear Smashers this season, you know? But, like, every other one is... What is that? There's got to be a reason. That is just not coincidence.
Game 2 is winner bracket.
Okay.
Game 3 is lower bracket. You know, you can't afford to lose again, so it's a little different. As to why they can win the first game, I'm not sure. Maybe it's something to do with their preparation. You know, they've got a couple of great coaches that help out the squad. Notably, they're committing to first 2ing Koifa's hero. I think this is the right move. His pool is a little limited at the moment. He's just switched. And I think that their drafts, you'll notice, are pretty much built around his hero's kits. Whether it's Slaughter or Mag, damage amplification is the name of the game.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot.
What do you think about this pickup for Sumail, though? Like, Koifa, all right, Yeo Faithful, get him those kind of heroes. But Sumail, we've seen him so many times on Leshrac so far for Liquid. Now being put on the DK, it's not really exciting for me, Kyle.
But it's the right pick. And I think knowing Sumail, he'll find a way to make it entertaining for everybody. They'll probably still lose again game 2, but Ember Spirit was the other direction I thought they might go, but I think DK is a stronger pick. They needed something a little tankier, and the point stun is really nice against these backlines, you know, finding the Wind Ranger later on. Also a better laner. Wind Ranger's really annoying to lane against, but DK, of course, with the built-in plus armor, should be just fine at level 3+.
And what do you think about this Omni Knight pickup? I mean, Owen in the back was Omni Knight. What's going on here? But do you have the same kind of reaction? Do you not like Omni Knight core right now?
I think it's pretty solid. I think Zai's probably been watching Sir Action Slack's streams, much like I have. The offlane Omni Knight is definitely something that he's exceptional in. It is.
Okay.
And in theory, it does sort of fit. You know, there aren't many good offlaners, right? We keep talking about Koifa's pool being small. Maybe that's just because the pool itself is small. What if we see Centaur, Slardar, Magnus, maybe a Beastmaster here and there? Like, what other... We've seen people forcing Necrophos, LC. I'd rather have an Omni Knight than an LC.
Yeah, it really seems like only China is managing to make Legion Commander look really good.
Yeah.
And in theory, I've always liked the idea of Omni Knight with the Heavenly Grace that they changed, giving you that bonus 32 strength.
Yeah.
If you have a strength 1 position, I feel like that's a huge boon to you, and Sven is going to be one of the best heroes to take advantage of that.
Yeah, Secret might not have been successful so far in Season 2, but you know, this does make a lot of sense. You can see the way it was crafted, because not just the plus damage for the Sven, look at the massive status resistance as well. 50 base every level. I don't know, I'm telling you, Omni Knight, it's one of those heroes, it's either never pick